Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks very much for clicking on this video. Just before I dive into answering questions that I've received here on the channel over the year, I just want to take a few moments to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and to say thank you for all your support in 2021. I just really hope at this special time of the year, guys, that you're able to spend it with family, friends, loved ones, and that you are all safe, healthy, well, and enjoying your running. All right, so let's dive into some questions. And before I do start, I really do appreciate everyone who does take the time to not only watch these videos here on the channel, but also to comment with so much support and encouragement for my running, but also to ask me questions. And that's what's great about this little Running Duck Effect community, which has been created here through the channel, is that everyone is so supportive and so willing to offer some advice. So these questions that I'm going to answer today is just my way of giving a little bit back. Now, I know that over the past sort of 6 months, we've had a lot of new subscribers here on the channel, and many of those new subscribers may not know that in the early days of this channel, I was running to the Mafferton method, and that was what really brought the channel to the attention of many runners. But as I said, in the past 6 months, I've sort of drifted away from the Mafferton method and just really been running for the pure enjoyment of it. And I guess you've probably noticed in some of the recent videos where I've signed off with not only my hooroo, but also the run free, run happy hashtag. And that's just something that I'm going by now with all my runs, just enjoying it, running free and running happy. Even though I have drifted away from the Mafferton method, I still do get a lot of questions from some old videos about the MAF method. All right, so first question comes from Stephen. Stephen's question I'll put here on screen. In essence, Stephen's been running for about 5 years consistently and recently moved into running to the Mafferton method. His question was, how can he improve his pace while keeping to his maximum aerobic function heart rate under the MAF method? First thing I suggested to Stephen, who was 49, he was running to 131 beats per minute. So using that 180 formula, 180 minus your age, gave him 131 beats per minute. He could up his MAF heart rate level to 136 beats per minute because he has been running consistently for 5 years. So he has built a solid fitness level. Other than that, I couldn't offer too much more advice because I didn't know what Stephen's weekly mileage was, how many days a week he was running, what sort of terrain he was running on, and whereabouts in the world he was, because weather conditions do play a major role in your heart rate level. Here in Brisbane right now, it's summer, so my heart rate is a little bit more elevated because the heart is pumping or working a little bit harder to push the blood a little bit quicker through the body just to keep me cool. But my two overriding messages for him were patience and consistency. Be patient with the system because you're only 6 weeks in. It's a little bit too early to draw a conclusion on whether it's going to work. Consistency. If you're running 5 days a week, make sure you are sticking to that 5 days a week. All right, next question. I'm going to read this question out and also put it here on screen because I couldn't really answer this question completely for David, and I'm hoping that somebody watching this video may be able to comment down below, guys. We really appreciate that. David says, hi, basic question here. I understand as you get fitter, you can run faster at your target heart rate, but do you ever reassess your target heart rate? It seems like that would go up also. Thanks in advance. So I wanted to add David's question here because I found this a really difficult question to answer because I have no scientific education, and I believe that you would have to have your heart rate level tested regularly. Look, I'm happy to be proven wrong if that's not the case, but I'm hoping that somebody out there can shed a little bit more light on David's question. And if you can, please leave a comment down below because I'm interested to know if that is the case, and I'm sure there's others out there who would like to know as well. Okay, the next question is from Camlesh. We're still following the MAF line of questioning here, guys, and Camlesh's question was, can we do MAF training on a treadmill, and what should be the duration of MAF training whether on track or treadmill. Camleash, great question. Don't see any problem running to the MAF on a treadmill. You asked there about the duration of running on a treadmill. Again, can't really give you a specific answer to that one because I don't know the duration of your runs at the moment, what your running background is. I guess if you're just starting out as a runner, then obviously your duration is going to be a lot shorter than somebody who has been running for a long time, that'll be able to maintain running to their MAF heart rate level for a lot longer. A little bit vague, but the overriding thing there is, yes, you can run to MAF on a treadmill. Another question from Lex on MAF as well. Lex was referring to a trail race that I did, one of the videos I made not long ago. I didn't run to MAF heart rate in that race, Lex. I guess in general, when I first started to prepare for the Tarawera 50 kilometre ultra trail event at the beginning of 2020, I did run to MAF on the trails. Another question here on MAF from Pratik. The basis of his question is how much deviation from maximum heart rate is okay. His regular running routes have a few inclines that makes his heart rate go up slightly. I have a view on this that isn't probably going to be shared by others who follow the MAF system. I believe you've just got to be a little bit flexible with that maximum heart rate. I see no problem going 5 beats higher. Obviously, if you're going too high, then I think you are not going to get the benefits of building that aerobic engine. So make sure that it isn't going up too high. But I find that 5 beats per minute above your maximum aerobic function heart rate is okay. Hills, I think this is a personal choice. I tended to ignore the MAF heart rate level when I was running up hills. I adjusted my pace, just making sure I was going a little bit slower up the hills. And when I did crest the top of the hill, I would make sure that I would keep my pace nice and easy until that heart rate had dropped back into my MAF level. Hope that helps. I think it's a personal choice here. Set yourself a number. I set 5 beats per minute above my maximum aerobic function heart rate level. Let's move away from MAF now, and this one came from Nigel, and it's all about listening to your body. Now Nigel says, something I've found this year is that although I have the fitness to run a fast 10 kilometre or half marathon, my body takes a real pounding, and I'll take longer to recover than for an easier pace 50. For 2022, I'll be doing fewer, shorter, faster races. Well, Nigel, I feel exactly the same way. I'm now 55. I find that the shorter races, the 5 kilometres and the 10 kilometres, they really do take a toll on my body. Do find that it takes some extra time to recover from those type of races where you really are putting the body under duress. Whereas some of the trail events that I have done recently, I've been able to bounce back very quickly and continue on with my training. It's all about listening to your body. If your body's tired after a particular run or a particular event, just question yourself whether you continue following your training plan rigidly or whether you say, okay, my body needs a little bit of a break. And I've really discovered this over the past probably 12 or 18 months. In the past, I've pushed right through and I've been feeling a little bit drained, I guess you could say. Yeah, you've just got to listen to your body, because if you're not listening to your body and you continue to push, something's going to break. It's like that elastic band. You can only stretch it so far and then ping. So listening to your body. Couple of gear questions here, guys. This one from Matt. What kind of watch do you use? I use the Garmin 935. It's a good watch, serves me well. There was another question too, I think it was in the Gold Coast 50 that I ran at the end of November. It was one of the guys I was running with at the time. He said, does your arm get sore holding the GoPro? No problems there. I find having the GoPro no restrictions whatsoever. This next one's not really a question. It comes from Stuart. I really want to thank Stuart because he's reached out about my plans to run the UTA 100 kilometre trail event in May next year. One of my recent videos where I said that I was a little bit apprehensive about tackling my first 100 kilometre race, but Stuart, who has done the 100k in the past, just reached out with a few tips. This just gets back to the great little community here on the channel through the Running Duck Effect. has just grown over time, helping each other out, and Stuart's tips on what I might face at the UTA 100 will be really helpful, not only in the lead up to the event, but also during. Not really a question, but it came from a comment from Rachel, an older runner like myself. She just wanted to say thanks for all these videos and thanks for inspiring her to get out the door to chase her running journey. So thank you, Rachel, and I do really appreciate all your support that you've given the channel. Also a great big thank you to Helen as well. She's also another regular viewer, comments quite regularly on these videos. She was thanking me for some of the coaching tips that I've given here on the videos over the course of the past couple of years, which really helped her to achieve her half marathon goal this year. So well done to you, Helen. Just remember, you're the one out there doing the work. So keep going, keep getting out there, keep running, and keep chasing your goals. And finally, guys, good luck to JC Inrock. I get a lot of comments from viewers about events that they've got coming up. I really just plucked this one out of all of those events, and J Rock is 6 weeks into his marathon training to complete his first marathon, which will be in February. So I just wanted to give a great big shout out to JC. Crush that training, mate, and really enjoy that experience of that first marathon in February. All right, guys, you know what? I've just realized I've had this hat on and I was supposed to have this hat on, being Christmas. Can you believe it? I'm not going to film again, guys. Merry Christmas. I hope that you really do enjoy being with your loved ones at this time of the year. And again, thanks for all your support during 2021. I look forward to continuing this running journey with you all for the rest of 2021 and into 2022. Take care, all the best. And remember, run free, run happy. Very good.